Witches, blessed be. This is WhiteRaven over here. The spell that I have for you today is a spell that has been highly requested. Many of you guys have emailed me requesting a spell to protect yourself from being evicted. So if this is something you need, if this is something that interests you, stick around because it's coming up right now. Which is what a spell I have for you guys today. I'm going to share a few things with you. It was very hard to find any information in the internet and all of the books that I own. It was very hard to find a specific spell for this. So I can only imagine your desperation. This is the reason why I'm sharing this with you. So I'm going to share some techniques with you. Things that I will do if this was my situation, and some of the most classic things that witches do. Now, witches, remember that in order not to be evicted, there are things that you need to do. And there are things that you should not be doing. But there's a lot of situations in which you may be evicted from your property, from your house, from your apartment for unjustifiable reasons. A lot of the times, sadly, it's family disputes. So if this is your situation and you believe that you're being evicted unjustifiably, these rituals, these little spells, these little techniques are for you. Magic is not here to create miracles for when we are irresponsible. Okay, that is the truth. If you don't pay your rent, you're going to be evicted, period. But this is unjustifiably the spell, these rituals are for you. I'm going to share with you the things that you're going to need, and I'm going to show you how to do these spells. I'm very excited to share this with you. Let's get into it. All right, witches, so the first thing that we're going to do, the first spell that we're going to do is we're going to print out the map, a Google map from where your property is sitting. So let's say this is my property right here. The first thing that you're going to do, and hopefully you're able to do this. If you're not able to print a map, then this is not for you. Make sure that where your house is, you are going to draw a pentacle. Very important, which is that now you enclose that pentacle and make sure that that pentacle is right in top of your house. These maps are easy to get on Google. Now, it's probably not going to be so easy for you if you don't have a printer. But you know what, witches? If you have a picture of your house, you can also use a picture of your house, okay? So now that I have the address, what am I going to do? I'm going to be using holy oil to anoint this piece of paper. So you get your holy oil. Now, witches, if you do not have holy oil, just use olive oil, okay? Get some holy oil and anoint your house, the space where your house is. Pretty simple so far, right? Make sure, witches, that you empower this and that you visualize that circle all around your property, protecting your property, protecting where you live. Okay, witches, I like to use Angelica root for protection. This one is the whole root. You can find this in Chinese medicine stores. You can probably visit some Chinese supermarket and maybe find this Angelica root. But if you don't have like this, the whole root, you can also use the powder Angelica root. I love Angelica root for protection, for healing, for many things. So I particularly like this one because I'm going to make a little sandwich of my house inside this Angelica root. So I'm going to put my house sandwich between the Angelica root, and I'm going to grab a black cord and I am going to make a little packet. We are protecting our home. While we're doing this, witches, we must visualize what we're doing, okay? Once you have your little packet, you're going to put it inside a container, baby food container, and you are going to close it. Now, if you were to have just powder Angelica root, you just cover everything with Angelica root. So I have my little house inside the Angelica root sandwich in there. The next thing that you're going to grab, witches, is aluminum foil. We see that aluminum foil has two sides. You're going to have a side that is more like a matte aluminum color, and then you're going to have the one that is very reflective. So you want to put your baby food jar and you want to cover it. You want to cover it with the aluminum foil with the reflected side out. So what we're visualizing, which is this anything bad coming towards us is going to be reflected away. And we're going to hide our home in this bottle, and you want to keep it in a safe place. This is a representation of the protection and the shields that are covering your house. So this is a very simple way for you to avoid any evictions. Let's do the other one. A couple of weeks ago, I shared with you a spell on how to use coffin nails. I also shared with you in that video how to make coffin nails. These are over here already prepared. These are 100% now at this point coffin nails. I talked to you and I told you that coffin nails are not only for hexing and cursing people, but also they are used for protection. If you have any coffin nails, and again, I'm going to have them in the website, but if you have any coffin nails, tie them up into crosses. Instead of using cord, I use copper wire because copper and iron works beautifully together, especially for protection. And make sure that you leave a little hook in your copper, because witches, you're going to empower this with your intentions. And you're going to hang one in the top of your front door inside your house and in the top of your bed head. This is going to ground you and anchor you into your home. Now, let's say that you do not have coffin nails. What do? Let me show you. Well, in that case, which is we have to prepare different type of nails. So you want to have 4 iron nails, and you're going to put them in olive oil. All right? Which is olive oil is one of the most beautiful oils for magic. If you have no oils whatsoever to work your magic, use olive oil. So you're gonna have your nails in olive oil. I want you to get just a regular garlic. You don't even have to peel it. Regular garlic. And you're gonna put this garlic inside that olive oil with your nails. Next, which is if you live in an apartment building or in a house, wherever you live, just put some dirt in here of your property. Okay. Last, which is we are going to add some salt. It doesn't have to be much, just a little bit of salt. Let this sit overnight, which is empower it. This is going to symbolize you anchoring yourself in your home. And this is how you're going to prepare your nails in case you don't have the coffin nails. Once you leave this overnight, you're going to pull your nails, you're going to clean them up, and you are also going to tie them up, just like I did with this ones, in a cross with a little hook. And you are going to put them behind the front door and also at the top of your bed head. This is anchoring you to your house. Now, last, which is these are spikes. I'm assuming they're going to be a mix of aluminum and maybe some other metals. The classic spikes that are used to anchor yourself in your home are railroad spikes. Railroad spikes are very hard to get unless you have a Botanica close by and maybe some specialty stores. Now, a lot of you guys are probably doing this spell because you have an emergency, because you have to do this right away. So you can go to Lowe's or Home Depot and get these spikes. These are 12 inches spikes. You're going to get 4, which is because once you get these spikes into your home, you're going to anoint them with fiery wall of protection oil. This is the best oil that you can use to protect yourself from any eviction. This is going to create a protection wall, guarding your home and keeping anybody away from your property. So what you're going to do, which is you're going to grab your oil and you are going to anoint your spikes with this oil. Where you are anointing your spikes, make sure that you visualize power emanating from these spikes, creating a fence around your property. You are going to anoint all your spikes. Visualize what you're doing, which is you are protecting your home. Empower this, charge this. This is going to create a magical barrier between your home and people from the outside that want you out of your house. Evil people that want to evict you. Once you finish with this at nighttime, witches, going clockwise. So you go outside your front door, and in the first corner to the right of your house, you are going to nail this into that corner. You go to the right and you go to the other corner of your house and you nail this one in that corner. You're going to go around your house, and in every corner of your house, you're going to nail this into the ground. And make sure that when you're nailing this, witches, you are visualizing yourself, anchoring yourself into the dirt, into the property, into your house. Nobody can remove you from there. Last, witches, let's say this is your eviction notice. You get evicted. Somebody either put this in your door, or somebody just handed you this, or you got served, whatever it is. Let's say this is court papers from eviction, whatever it is. Make sure that you get your papers, and with a black marker, we are going to do an X. You're going to cross that. The next thing that you're going to do, which you are going to fold this away from you. Just a little paper away from you. Once you have a little packet, you want to grab a Ziploc bag, which is put the paper inside the Ziploc bag. Grab some vinegar, which is, you can grab vinegar, you can grab water, and you are going to pour vinegar inside this bag, which is, it doesn't have to be much, witches. It's gonna look something like this. You're gonna let it soak. This is your eviction notice. This is the people that want to kick you out of your house. They're right here inside this vinegar. And what you're gonna do, witches, you are going to freeze this and you're going to forget about it. The idea with this is, witches, that if you need some time to fix money or any other paperwork, or you need more time to take more legal actions against these people, by freezing this process, you're going to slow it down so you can have time to either gather money to pay for whatever it is that you're paying, or to prepare yourself legally against these evil doers. Witches, I wish you the best on your endeavors. I wish that you do not get evicted. Make sure that you're also responsible and you pay when you have to pay. And if you think you're having some family issues over the property where you're living, make sure, witches, that you are ahead of them. Don't wait until they throw the first punch. You need to be ahead of the game. I wish you the best, witches. Good luck. And that's it, witches. Thank you so very much for having me here yet another Monday. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. Visit my website, WhiteRaven and witcheslayer.com. This is where I have all the products that I share in here with you today. Also, I'm going to be having some coffin nails for you to purchase if you need them. Also, watch out the video on coffin nails that I did a couple of weeks ago. I will link that in the description of the video. If you have any questions, email me at layerofthewitch@yahoo.com. I don't work for people, witches. Other than that, it is always awesome talking to you, witches. You gotta be very smart, very, very smart. But above all, witches, you must stay so very wicked. Bye.